With his own show now, Loki is bigger than ever, but many fans are more confused than ever by just how powerful the character is supposed to be. If the comics are anything to go by, the Loki of the MCU has a whole lot stronger to get before he can match the mainstream Loki of Earth 616. This is Loki's top 10 feats from the comics. Number 10. His reputation may be as a trickster, but Loki's raw strength is actually pretty incredible. Even early appearances like Thor number 153 showed him shattering apart chimneys with his strikes. Most stone and metal building materials are nothing for a god among men. 9. In fact, Loki's strength has been shown matching others who far exceed what would be considered superhuman. Most notably, he went toe-to-toe with the Silver Surfer, proving the trickster god isn't all magic and misdirection. 8. Just as considerable as his strength is Loki's speed, and he once proved just how far above mortal men he is when he went up against Hawkeye. Hawkeye fired his arrows at Loki, who, while the arrows were still in mid-flight, blew up the arrows before they could do any harm. 7. But even getting past Loki's strength and speed, any combatant would run into trouble. Loki is so strong that even the likes of Spider-Man could not hurt him at all. Spider-Man holds back a lot, but even putting everything he could into his punches elicited nothing from Loki but laughter. 6. Loki even says himself that learning to make himself as difficult to kill as possible was the first thing he learned as a sorcerer, and in one of his most impressive displays of durability, he survives decapitation. He simply put his head back on and then brags to himself about it. 5. Alright, well, enough with Loki's physical stats, because what truly makes him an Avengers level threat is his magic. With just a snap of his fingers, he once engulfed a frost giant in flames to instantly kill him. 4. Even more common than his fire are his force bolts, and even when reduced to a fraction of his power, Loki could tear through Doctor Strange's strongest shields. Considering that Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, this feat shows just how truly godly the Norse legend can be. 3. Loki rarely uses straight force himself, however, and prefers his tricks. Since that's his real specialty, some of his best feats involve his tricky magic. He once even turned himself into a huge dragon, showing that as powerful as his physical form can be, he can become even more powerful. 2. In the Silver Age, Loki really let his magic run wild, turning an entire city into candy and rendering a nuclear weapon that was used against him into a dud. It's not often Loki shows off like that anymore, but if he did, the heroes of Marvel would have a lot to contend with. Number 1. Most impressive of all is, of course, Loki's manipulation. And in the grand scheme of things, his machinations against the Hulk and the soon-to-be Avengers proved the most impressive of all. Loki used his magic to manipulate the world into believing Hulk attacked an innocent train, causing the Avengers to assemble for the first time ever to stop him. Considering how powerful the Avengers are, there needs to be a lot of credit given to the force powerful enough to create them, even if it backfired in an epic way when they took on Loki later on. Thanks for giving this a listen. If you thought this video wasn't half bad, please consider subscribing to this channel and leaving a comment below. We're growing this channel and putting a lot of work into it, and every little bit you guys do really helps. Thanks again, and I will catch you next time.